The educational issue that I'm passionate about is apathy. A lack of interest or enthusiasm in a student is a seed that matures into that student's failure in the future. That failure may be dropping out of high school, maybe ending up in prison, or even worse. Since my transition from the workforce into education, this was the very first and one of the most prominent issues that stuck out to me. We haven't seemed to be able to defeat it yet, and these last couple years with COVID, the quarantines, and virtual learning, that's just amplified the amount of apathy in the students that I teach. Many of these students have become complacent. They don't push themselves to do better. I work daily, sometimes even hourly, to combat this lack of interest by teaching the students something outside of the textbook, something they can do with their hands, something they can take home and work on, they can tell their parents about, they can show their friends, they can say that I did this, or I built this, or I fixed it. Some days we just build. We may just go in the shop and build. We may take something apart just to put it back together. In my chemistry class, I make sure and use as many hands-on activities as I can to pique their interest, to keep them engaged. And the evidence of my actions working to some extent is an unfinished lesson. That means if we didn't finish the lesson, we got onto something that they were interested in. If we just get finished early, that tells me that yes, they may have listened, but they didn't really enjoy it. When they enjoy it, we don't finish on time. We elaborate on it, we tie it back into everyday lives. For the seniors that I have in my classes, we tend to spend a lot of time looking at skills that they need to succeed after they leave the school system. Some of them may not go to college, they may go straight to the workforce, but for the ones that go to college or workforce, we focus on the skills that they need to be successful in whichever path they choose. I know that as individuals we'll probably never defeat apathy, but as an educator I feel like it's my duty to never stop trying.